Have you ever thought about learning English as like this big adventure? Like we're not just, memorizing grammar rules.
Yeah,
We're actually like explorers uncovering how people really connect,
absolutely.
finding these little linguistic treasures that just hold so much meaning.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing today,
It's a
right?
longer
Like
flight.
we're going on a deep dive into some seriously interesting English expressions.
Love it.
It's like getting, a backstage pass
Right.
to understanding not just the language, but like the whole culture behind it.
I like that, a backstage pass, yeah.
So think of this deep dive as our mission to like really get to grips with 4 distinct English expressions.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, we want to dissect them, figure out what they mean,
Yeah.
trace their roots, and most importantly, like how you can use them.
Right. Get them into your own vocabulary.
Exactly, because these aren't your typical vocabulary-less words.
No.
We're talking about expressions with personality. Each one is like a little window into a different part of the language.
Yeah, a little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, from slang, the informal stuff, to
Wow.
everyday phrases that you'll hear all the time.
The kind of stuff that trips people up sometimes.
Okay, so are you ready to pull back the curtain on these linguistic gems?
Let's do it.
All right, today we're diving into sus,
Okay.
gumption, mind the gap,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and put up with.
Nice.
And you'll notice we've got a bit of British flavor in there.
A bit of UK slang in the mix.
Yeah, alongside a really handy phrasal verb.
Very practical.
It's a diverse mix,
Yeah, it is.
It shows just how much the English language can really,
Bend and twist.
bend and twist.
That's amazing.
Adapt.
Adapt, yeah.
So let's kick things off with sus.
All right, sus.
Now, this is a word you might hear if you're hanging out with our friends across the pond.
Definitely a British English staple.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect example of how, like, a tiny bit of slang can pack a real punch, meaning-wise.
Yeah.
So in British English, sus basically means to figure something out.
Yeah.
Or, like, to get to the bottom of something.
It's that aha moment.
Exactly that moment when the fog clears and you're like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah. It's totally got that casual vibe.
Oh, yeah. Very informal.
You wouldn't use it in like a super serious setting.
Probably not in a business meeting.
Right, but in everyday conversations.
Perfect.
It's gold.
Yeah, it is.
Like imagine you're watching someone try to solve a puzzle
Yeah.
and they're like totally stumped and then suddenly,
Light bulb moment.
boom, they've got it.
What?
He'll be like, I've sussed it.
Classic.
Like they've cracked the code.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've even got a great example here.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
After observing her for a while, I finally sussed out her true intentions.
Ooh, that's good.
It's like you can picture someone piecing together all the clues.
Like a detective.
Yeah. But what makes this word sus so interesting isn't just its meaning.
No, there's more to it.
There's like this hidden depth to it.
Yeah.
What do you think makes it so intriguing?
Well, I think the connection to the word suspect is really fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. When you suspect something, you're kind of already in that process of trying to figure out.
Like you've got a hunch, but you're not totally sure.
Yeah, and you're looking for proof.
Yeah, you're paying attention to every detail.
Mm-hmm. And sussing something out, it has that same core idea.
Like careful observation leading to understanding.
Exactly. It's like a more active, more down-to-earth version of suspecting something.
So it's like you're going through that initial feeling of suspicion.
Yeah, that inkling that something's not quite right.
And then you're actively working to figure it out.
You're on the case.
Yeah.
You're sussing it out.
So to help our listeners remember this one,
Okay.
how about this picture? A detective, the classic British kind.
With the pipe and the magnifying glass?
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes style.
Perfect.
Carefully examining clues at a crime scene.
Right.
They're totally sussing out who the culprit is.
They're on the trail.
Yeah.
Following those breadcrumbs.
And if you want some more formal alternatives, you could use figure out,
Yeah.
comprehend, or just understand.
But sus just has that
Extra oomph.
that certain je ne sais quoi,
Yeah.
that Britishness to it.
All right, moving on from figuring things out.
Okay.
Let's talk about a word that just sounds powerful.
Lay it on me.
Gumption.
Gumption, yes.
This one isn't specifically British.
No, it's more universal.
Yeah, it's like a globally admired quality.
It really is.
But it really embodies a strong set of characteristics.
Absolutely. Gumption is all about courage,
Yeah.
resourcefulness, that initiative.
It's that inner drive to, make things happen.
Yeah, that get up and go attitude.
Especially when things get tough.
When the going gets tough, the gumption gets going.
Right? It's being proactive and determined.
Not just sitting around waiting for things to happen.
And our example sentence really captures that.
Let's hear it.
It took a lot of gumption to start her own company from scratch.
Wow, that really paints a picture.
You can practically feel the effort and the bravery.
The sheer will to succeed.
Yeah, it's not enough to just have a great idea.
No, you got to have the gumption to make it real,
To take action and bring it to life.
to make it happen.
Now I'm curious about the history of gumption.
Ooh, good question.
Does it have any interesting origins?
It does. Actually, it goes all the way back to 18th century Scotland.
Oh.
Initially, it meant something closer to common sense
Okay.
and shrewdness, like practical intelligence.
So smart thinking.
Yeah, being savvy.
But then it evolved over time.
It gained some muscle.
It's like it leveled up.
It did. It added this layer of inner strength,
And that proactive
the
energy.
kind of energy that makes things happen,
So it's like smart thinking got a boost of courage.
and determination.
It's so cool how language can evolve like that.
Isn't it fascinating?
Yeah, so to remember gumption,
All right.
picture someone who's super self-driven.
Okay.
Like they have this internal engine pushing them forward.
Yeah.
And they're not just blindly charging ahead.
No, they're using their smarts.
They're using that good judgment.
That initial shrewdness.
Yeah, to steer themselves towards their goals,
Strategically.
but with real courage.
That's gumption in a nutshell.
And if you're looking for similar words, you could use courage.
Hmm.
Initiative,
Yeah.
resourcefulness, or determination.
Good options.
But gumption, it just blends all of those together.
It's the whole package.
It's the special sauce.
The secret ingredient.
Okay, so we've tackled understanding and that inner drive.
What's next?
Now let's hop back across the pond for another dose of British English.
All right, let's go.
This one's a classic.
Hit me with it.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap. Such a British icon.
Even if you've never been to the UK,
Yeah.
you've probably heard this phrase.
It's practically the London souvenir.
Literally, mind the gap.
It's a warning.
Yeah, it's for passengers on the London Underground.
Right. You hear it all the time in the tube stations.
To be careful of the space between the train and the platform.
Yeah. It's a safety thing.
It's practical.
Very practical.
But what's really fascinating is how this very specific warning
Yeah.
has become so much more.
It's taken on a life of its own.
It's like it's escaped the underground.
Exactly.
And taken on this metaphorical meaning.
It's gone mainstream.
Yeah, it's now used to advise caution in all sorts of situations.
It's about being aware of potential pitfalls.
And our example sentence really showcases that.
Let's hear it.
When transitioning to a new job, be sure to mind the gap and learn the company's culture.
Ooh, that's a good application.
So here, the gap isn't a physical space.
No, it's more abstract.
Yeah, it's the potential differences between your old job and the new one,
The unspoken rules,
the expectations.
the way things are done,
Minding the gap in this context means being observant,
paying attention,
taking the time to learn the ropes.
avoiding those potential missteps,
It's about being proactive and avoiding problems.
smooth sailing.
It's so interesting how language can take on these new meanings.
Yeah, like a chameleon.
It adapts.
It blends in.
And Mind the Gap has a pretty cool backstory, doesn't it?
It does. It was first introduced in the late 1960s.
Wow. So it's been around for a while.
Yeah, as part of the automated announcements on the London Underground.
I can just imagine those announcements
Behind the gap.
echoing through the stations.
Yeah, and it was so clear and concise,
And memorable.
it just stuck with people.
That's why it's become so iconic.
Yeah, it's a part of British culture now.
So to help you remember it,
Okay.
picture yourself on a busy underground platform.
Okay, I'm there.
You see the yellow line marking the edge,
Got it.
and you hear that voice
Loud and clear.
saying, mind the gap.
I can practically hear it.
It's a powerful image.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for synonyms, you could use be cautious,
Mm-hmm.
watch out, or pay attention.
Good alternatives.
But mind the gap. It just has that extra something,
That British charm.
that specific cultural context.
Exactly.
All right, we've navigated the underground.
We have.
We've successfully transitioned to new jobs. Now for our final expression.
Bring it on.
It's a phrasal verb, put up with.
Ah, put up with. A classic.
This one's not slang.
No, it's pretty standard.
Yeah, but it's something you'll hear all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's super common.
And it's incredibly useful.
Very versatile.
So put up with basically means to tolerate.
Yeah, to endure something or someone unpleasant.
It's about accepting those annoyances without making a fuss.
Grin and bear it.
Right. And our example sentence really nails it.
Let's hear it.
I can't believe you put up with his bad behavior for so long.
You can practically hear the disbelief.
Yeah, it's like, how could you stand that?
And for so long.
But sometimes you just have to put up with things.
Yeah, life's not always a picnic.
Now let's break down put up with.
Okay.
Where does this phrase come from?
Well, put, in this context, means to allow or to place,
Okay.
and up with suggests acceptance or endurance.
So it's like you're allowing something unpleasant to exist alongside you.
Yeah, you're tolerating it even though you don't like it.
It's not about enjoying it.
Definitely not.
It's about accepting it, maybe, because you have to.
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Or to avoid conflict.
Picking your battles.
Yeah, to remember put up with.
Okay.
Imagine someone carrying a heavy weight,
Ooh, I like that.
like on their shoulders.
Yeah.
That weight represents whatever they're tolerating.
The burden.
They're putting up with it, even though it's tough.
It's a powerful visual.
And some synonyms for put up with are
Let's see.
tolerate, endure, and bear.
Good options.
They all convey that sense of accepting something difficult.
Yeah, that feeling of gritting your teeth and carrying on.
So there you have it.
We did it.
We've explored sus.
Helped you figure things out the British way.
We've delved into gumption.
That blend of courage and initiative.
We've navigated the London Underground with Mind the Gap.
And learned to be cautious in all areas of life.
And we've learned to accept the annoyances of life with put up with.
It's been quite a journey
It has.
through the twists and turns of the English language.
These expressions, they're not just words.
No, they're keys.
They unlock a deeper understanding of English.
They give you insights into cultural attitudes and ways of thinking.
It's like learning a language is an ongoing adventure.
Yeah, it's a process of discovery.
And every new expression you learn, it's like you're adding another layer to your connection with the English-speaking world.
You're becoming more fluent in the language of everyday life.
And the more you use these phrases,
The more natural they'll become.
you'll be sussing out the nuances of English conversation like a pro.
You blend right in.
So for our listeners, think about this.
Okay, here's a thought.
How does understanding slang and idioms from different cultures
Yeah,
give you a unique perspective on that society?
it's like a secret window
What can these small expressions tell us?
about a culture's values,
It's humor.
the way people see the world.
It's a fascinating aspect of language learning.
Definitely.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep discovering those linguistic treasures.
Happy adventuring.
And who knows, maybe you'll even discover a few of your own.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
I love finding new expressions.
Me too.
It's like finding a little gem
It is.
hidden in plain sight.
And that's the beauty of language.
It's always evolving,
Always change.
always full of surprises.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, have fun with it.
That's the key.
Yeah, because that's what language is all about.
Connection.
Enjoy.
And that's a wrap.
Until next time.
See you on our next deep dive.
I can't wait.
Bye for now.